finally have information about the new event, Dark versus Light. Woohoo! Oh, but it only involves new characters. So what am I gonna do with my 20 plus characters on my server and some 20-ish on the other servers? Greetings, my friends. My name is Volk, and I'm here today, one day after the information was released officially by Bioware, to present before you and share my personal opinion and evaluation of the brand new event, Dark versus Light. First, I'll tell you a few words as an intro for those of you who have absolutely no clue what this is. Although I do have a very detailed, the most detailed guide you can ever imagine I've created about this with the help from Bioware, because they've published a lot of helpful information on their website about that later on in the video. First, I'll tell you a little bit of basic information about the event. Then I will share you my opinion, not in the end of the video. I know it's weird, but I want it as soon as possible so I can be sure that more of you will see it, because I do know that not everybody reaches the end of a video, and I do suppose this one is going to be longer than I wish to make it. There are so many things to talk about and cover. And in the end, the second half of the video, so-called second half, I will tell you more information about the details around this event, the rewards, the objectives, how to start it, what you need to do, why, how, where, when, and other things like that. I would like to turn this into a discussion down in the comments and in the guide that I've published here on the website, whichever is more convenient to you. I will read it in both places, and many other people will read the comment in both places. So do share, what do you think about this event? Do you think it's a total failure? If you have no clue again what it is, by the end of the video, you will know why some of us, to some extent me included, believe this might be a total failure. Let's begin. The Dark vs. Light event launches on 28th of June. So today is 24th, which means we have 4 days. Bioware waited for 4 days before launching this event to tell us more information, and they really presented us with a lot of information. On the official website, we have 2 brand new articles which branch out and link to other smaller articles, guides, and many useful links and a lot of useful information. For me personally, it was a lot of struggle and a lot of wasted time clicking left and right, back and forth, because the website SWTOR.com is not really very well structured for guides and for guidance. That's why I've decided to structure everything in one place in this article that you see as a background. It doesn't serve other purpose, but just sitting here as a background, and probably I might use it as some kind of notes for myself to know what follows after what, and what things I would like to share with you. But this is my detailed guide, and at this point, it's absolutely complete with nothing left out. If you find something that's missing, I will be very glad if you share it with me, but I dig through 100 pages of comments in the official forums thread, and I've been digging through Reddit and everywhere else of people who bother describing, writing, and talking about Star Wars The Old Republic to see if I might have missed something. So far, I haven't. The Dark vs. Light event is not really an event. Well, it is an event because in the end, we will see an eventual graph, an eventual result, how many of the players participating in this event choose light side heavy options and how many of us choose dark side heavy options. The most important thing that you probably want to hear right now is what's new coming with this event. What new area, new quests, or new objectives, or new content we will have? Nothing. There is no new content, and this is why in the thumbnail of the video you might have noticed it says Rage versus Love. This event combines everything that exists in the game for these 4.5, now nearly 5 years of existence. All kinds of content, solo, leveling, flashpoints, endgame, group PvE and PvP. Absolutely every kind of activity or a grind is included as a part of this event, and as an option to complete in regards to achieving what you want or what you need to grind or climb through the tiers of Dark versus Light. The event is going to run for a few months. We currently don't have an end date, but Bioware says it's going to end in this fall. However, we know that the fall officially ends in December, and I'm thinking because Star Wars The Old Republic reaches 5 years in December, to be more exact, it's supposed to be December 20 to 21st, depending on your date and time zone. For me, personally, it's officially 13 December because that's when the 7 days early access began, but let's not talk about that now. The event will be structured in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiers. All of these tiers include different rewards for you to earn and different objectives you need to do. When I say objectives, let's actually start browsing. No, before we browse, let me tell you my personal opinion because that's how I promised you that video will be structured. That event is fantastic if you're just starting the game. I experimented a little bit in the opening of the video before the Volk logo appeared because that's exactly what my reaction was yesterday. I delayed the video not so much because yesterday I had no internet for the whole evening, 5.5 hours, but because it was very, very weird what we received in terms of information and the amount of information. It was not exactly what I was expecting, and probably not exactly what everybody else was hoping to receive from this new event. When we hear event in Star Wars The Old Republic, we imagine a new small area, or if not an area, then at least a whole bunch of quests available to grind through something with a purpose. We have the purpose. We do have different tiers, as we already witnessed 6 tiers available with different rewards, and we need to complete a hell of a lot of things to obtain these rewards. Some of them will probably prove impossible to reach for some of you or some of us. The first ones are, of course, easy. Let me first mention that's very important. Probably many of you are wondering. This event is not dependent on whether you're a subscriber, free to play, or preferred status. However, only the first couple of tiers are available as free to play because the rest involve Yavin, Rishi, which is 3.0 Revan expansion, and then the latest tiers involve reaching past level 60, which is Knights of the Fallen Empire. This means you don't need to be currently an active subscriber, but you need to have all of this content unlocked if you want to participate in the event. The main reason why I and everybody else is disappointed is because this event doesn't come retroactive. Starting 28th of June, Bioware requires us to create a new character to start with. We need to level up characters through the normal means of leveling, whether it's just grinding for experience or completing story missions. It doesn't matter for this event. It requires you to reach levels, but when we go through the different tiers, I will tell you more specifically which requirements goes where and how they fit together. What's important to remember is next month, July, comes Chapter 16, which is the end of Season 1 of Knights of the Fallen Empire, and if you subscribe then, you will receive absolutely all of the content Star Wars The Old Republic has to offer up to this date. Further on, we might have second season because we don't really know much about the second season of the game anymore. But as far as it involves this event, you only need to subscribe next month, and you will receive access to all the expansions the game has released, including Fallen Empire and all the 16 chapters. That's all you need to be able to participate in the event. So back on the topic, you need to create a character level 1, which means that people like me, who have 20, in my case, 21 characters on the main server that they play on, they've completed everything this game has to offer multiple times. And now we are not being rewarded. Why? Because Bioware wants to present old content as new. Does that make sense? They have no new content, and we know that summer is coming. This event is designed exactly to battle the summer dry times, the summer boredom. Pretty much nobody releases fresh, new, important, and big content in the summertime, simply because summertime is horrible for MMO games. And we know that in the summer everybody goes to holidays, visit parents, relatives, just takes time off and don't play the game as often as they do, which means income is dropping. And every MMO company, MMO developer Bioware as well, is trying to battle that with cheap, easy to produce content. This event is exactly this, at least in my personal opinion. I'm very disappointed with how this event is structured because I will probably take very little part in it, and it's not designed for me. For people like me, and probably you, I choose to have my webcam on because I think my face might actually add up and express help me better express my emotions. I'm at the same time very excited because of this event coming, and also very, very disappointed with how personally I will benefit from it. So let me tell you why I won't benefit. I've been playing through this game for nearly 5 years now, including my beta period before the launch. I've done almost anything. No, nobody is perfect and nobody has completed absolutely everything. There are still some bits and pieces, like, for example, Galactic Starfighter, that I've barely touched, or some other things that I've never even tried. But the main point is this event is not for me. This event will ask me to start the game from scratch. However, I needed to wait for 20-ish hours before I start recording this video because I needed some time to cool off and try to think positively. That's why there is a positively word up in the title of the video and down in the description, maybe more than once it's been mentioned. This game is extremely useful and entertaining and fun and beneficial for new players. Like, imagine, you may not need to imagine, if you are a player who started yesterday, last week, last month, you haven't covered everything that the game has to offer, and there is no way for you to be able to cover everything that this event requires you, simply because you're a new player. And if you want to cover all of the event and complete all 6 tiers, you will need to spend a hell of a lot of time through the summer completing these objectives. And that's grinding. I've been proud for many years telling people that this game involves no grinding whatsoever, and then a little bit grinding, because at first it was all about the story. Then some grinding appeared. I'm not including the gear grind here because that's the most important part for every MMO, the gear grind. I don't know why people complain about the gear grind, because it's really the best part of playing an MMO. Gearing up your character and then waiting for the next cycle so you can begin gearing up again. I think I'm strolling away from the topic again, and that video is already 14 minutes long. Let's continue down the line. This event is fantastic for the new players because it will give them a chance to structure their gameplay and experience things that they probably skipped if they've started the game and played through parts of it already. Or if you're a brand new player, this actually might serve as a very nice guide of how things should be done in appropriate order. All of these tiers are structured in a way to lead you through all the small level progressions, going through the flashpoints and ending up with solo end game, because that's what Eternal Championship is. I think that's enough. There is no way I can express, at least not maybe in English and without a pre-written script, what exactly I feel. But help me out and share down in the comments what do you feel, and maybe in a written form we can have a better conversation. Now let's go through the overview of this event. The heroic part, the heroic level or the heroic objectives, involves reaching leveling with one character to level 25. This is very easy and it's being done very quick. The reward for this achievement is 5 packs. These are new special packs, and you can read more details. I will not go there in details. You can read more about those here in my guide or on the official website, or actually start earning them yourself in a few days and get to know what exactly drops from them. Then you have a title. The first objective is extremely simple. Let's go to the second one. It's called Valiant. Valiant requires you to play the Shadow of Revan expansion, which is already beyond the reaches of free-to-play players. You need to have access to Rishi and Yavin, because that's what the Revan expansion is about. It's not reaching level 60, it's completing the expansion. This means you need to do the quests on Rishi and on Yavin. And then you need to complete the first 9 chapters of Knights of Fallen Empire, which also means that we're only in the second tier of this event, and Bioware is already asking you to be a subscriber, because if you have never subscribed, you will never have access to Knights of the Fallen Empire. Once you subscribe right now, you will receive access to all of the expansions plus the first 14 chapters, but only 4 days from now, launching together with this event. Chapter 15 is going to be available as well. If you're a subscriber on 1st of July, you will have access to chapter 15 as well. And the last chapter is expected in the last week of July. So you need to be a subscriber by then, and you will have access to the complete story of Fallen Empire. However, for the tier 2, Bioware only asks you to have access to the first 9 chapters, which means that you might have been a subscriber 5 months ago, and you would still have access to all that is required to complete this. And then you also need to complete the introductory Galactic Stronghold mission. It's one mission, and it involves talking to a holo NPC on the fleet. It will take you no more than, well, between 15 seconds and a couple of minutes, because you can spacebar through everything. Jumping through the next one, I should find a better way, probably use that button here. The third tier is Champion. All of these tiers reward you various rewards, and completing this tier, completing the second legacy tier, I've missed the legacy tier, I apologize. Yep, just like I thought. So the first, I don't want to start over with the video because it's going to be way too complicated. But okay, so first is Heroic. It is completing one character level 25, and you will receive a title in game and 5 of those special packs. The second tier is Legacy, and it requires you to have 3 flashpoints, story flashpoints completed, and 1 level 50 characters. It doesn't mean completing the story. It just means your character needs to be level 50. So I was right. I don't know why I misled myself. The first 2 tiers are available to free-to-play players. You don't need to be a subscriber. You don't need to be a preferred status player. You can do these things without paying anything. The third tier is Valiant, which we were discussing right now. And from the Legacy, Valiant, and Champion levels, you will receive parts of a Victorious Pioneer's armor set. Take a better look in the bottom of my guide, because there you will find more detailed information about what this set is about. One thing I will mention, when you collect the full set, it's divided in 3 crates. Upper body, lower body, and what was it? Supplementary braces and the hell was the other one? And belt. When you collect the full set, this set is moddable, and it's not very pleasantly looking, but we have outfits for that. When you wear it, you will have 50. That's 5 and a 0. 50% bonus XP. This is a must-have. Obviously, down below you'll find also information that these things, unfortunately, they're bound on pickup. But the good news is that they are part of the collection system. So against a small amount of cartel coins, you can unlock this set to the whole legacy of yours, and you will be able to use it on other characters. However, the original set that you earn through doing these tiers is bound to the character that's doing them. And what objectives do we have for the Valiant? Play the Shadow of Revan expansion, complete the first 9 chapters, and complete the introductory quest to Galactic Stronghold. Moving down to the Champion, which is the next tier, we have, I believe, the last piece, yes, of the Victorious Pioneers armor set. You also receive 15 of those packs. Each tier gives you more packs compared to the previous one. And here are the objectives that you need to do. Complete all the 16 chapters of Knights of the Fallen Empire Season 1 on 1 character. Complete all flashpoints available in the game in solo or tactical mode. Reach Valor rank 5, which is do a few war zones. And complete 5 Alliance alerts. If you don't know, Alliance alerts are given to you in a progressionary way. When you complete chapters for Knights of the Fallen Empire, you need to start completing those Alliance alerts one after another, because many of them are gated and locked between previous ones. And when you complete the previous ones, new ones will be unlocked. There as well is a detailed guide about how to do these things related to the Champion tier as well. Let's jump down to the Eternal. What you need to do is reach level 65 with a Republic character, reach level 65 with an Imperial character. Complete round 5 of the Eternal Championship. The Eternal Championship was the latest content, not story, well, not chapter Fallen Empire based released content. It's solo as well. And the first 5 rounds are, I dare say, very easy for pretty much any kind of a character with any kind of a gear. The rewards. We will get one of these 2 companions, and this is the fun part. These companions are brand new, and depending on what kind of decisions you will be making throughout your journey with that character, whether it's more based on dark side or light side, you will be earning a different companion. So obviously, Darth Hexid is the dark side based companion, and Master Aranos, which is the Chiss Jedi, weird, right? Is the light side companion, or at least that's what we think. You never know what things Bioware might be thinking about and how they might switch them around. It's not the first time we see a guy who's dressed in white to appear the good one and then turn out to be the bad guy. Reference to Archon, maybe? Okay, then we have 15 of those packs again and another title. Moving on to the last and most demanding, your jaws will probably drop when you see what's required to complete these things. The rewards are also very, very nice and very rich. You will get a tank mount. This is what the tank mount looks like. I'm not gonna load it actually right now. You can definitely see it good enough in the picture. Okay, I did load it. We have a reward featuring 30 Force-bound Dark versus Light packs. We have the Victorious Titans armor set and another in-game title. The requirements: reach level 50 with all 8 classes. This doesn't mean to play the story, but I advise you to do so because doing it will actually at the same time unlock the legendary status for your account, for your legacy. Next, earn 1 million credits on a character with me, which means most likely start crafting or selling things that you loot during your journey. Basically, get yourself familiar with what GTN is, because this so far, for the basic and casual playstyle of the easygoing player, it almost never involved bothering with GTN. Reach light side 5 alignment and reach dark side 5 alignment. Ouch. Kill 5 specific world bosses and kill 5 specific operation bosses. It doesn't say difficulty, so don't worry, you don't need to kill hard mode bosses or nightmare. Complete all the hard mode flashpoints. Ouch, that's all group content, and we expect Group Finder to finally look alive after this event goes live eventually. Complete the Eternal Championship, all 10 rounds and more. Well, I'm recording this video based on the information we received from Bioware on the website. The event hasn't gone live yet, so what more could they ask us from? However, again, on the same article down below, you will find very interesting and detailed information based on what Bioware has published. Again, I've just structured it in an easy to reach and read way. You will find a very detailed guide on how to do these various things related to the highest and last tier of the event. Finally, we come to the rewards. I will spend very little time discussing the rewards because there are not too many, but they're good and interesting, some of them, especially the armor set with the 50% experience boost. You can read more about them in the written version of the guide, and you can see screenshots and GIFs and God knows what else. Here in the very end of the article, there is also a very nice structure of a quick brief overview of what the rewards are per tier. In the very bottom, we have a few Q&A that I've extracted from the 102 pages now. It might be actually more because I haven't refreshed it for like half an hour. But yeah, a lot of information Bioware keeps sharing after they've published the information, and they will keep doing that probably in the near future until everything becomes absolutely clear. But let me go through these because I believe they are important and they are not very well covered in the guide up there. That's why I've listed them as a Q&A in the end. Does diplomacy affect dark light and light side points for the event? No. Bioware specifically states, Only conversation alignment point gains will affect your dark side or light side companion and the rewards you will be getting from the packs when you complete the tiers. Are the objectives retroactive? We've already talked about that, and this is why I'm so very much disappointed. Can a level 60 character token be used? No. You need to create a new level 1 character, and in the very beginning of the guide, there is a small screenshot helping you to understand how exactly Bioware is telling you that if this character is participating in the Dark versus Light event. You need to have this icon appear. It will automatically appear on all of your characters created on 28th of June or after 28th of June. The next question is, can we complete various objectives on different servers and different legacies? Because, not everybody is willing to spend cartel coins to expand the number of slots for new characters available. I'm easy. I only have 21 characters on my server, but I do know people who have 40 characters on their servers. And that's really depressing. Bioware is forcing them to start all over again. Really? The big problem is, I believe I didn't mention that in the beginning when I should have, before I continue reading the remaining Q&A. The big problem is that lately Bioware seems to be valuing their new players a lot more than their veterans. Yes, it's true that people like me, and probably you, we're not many. Not many people stood and play and enjoy the game for nearly 5 years now. But we're here, we exist, and we need to be evaluated. We need to be respected. I don't know why I thought about the lack of new operations. Oh, when when I mentioned operation, I would like to share with you a true and sad story. Here is a Twitter I enjoyed earlier today, and now it's official. Lotro's getting a new raid before Star Wars: The Old Republic. Lotro is actually a game I played before SWTOR for nearly 5 years with a break, so not 5 years all the time. And I've enjoyed it a lot. That's Gandalf laughing at us, or probably laughing at Bioware. However, and of course, I'm following the person that has posted it. I would suggest you follow it as well, because you can find cool information on the Twitter. Can we delete the new character after finishing the objectives to free up a slot? Because Bioware strictly asks you to have all 8 classes completed to level 50, and you might not want to buy 8 additional slots if you've already exceeded the quota available to you. Bioware allows you, once you unlock the achievement for the tier you desire, you can delete that character and start a new one. So for example, you complete the smuggler to level 50, you get the level 50 character achievement, you can delete that character, your achievements towards the dark and versus light event will remain and it will count. The last one, how are the rewards delivered to the players? I think that's obvious, but maybe someone would be wondering. So the titles are attached to the achievements, much like we earn titles through gameplay. Once you complete something, you unlock the achievement and your title is immediately available in the titles window for you to choose and activate. The armor set and the packs are delivered via in-game mail. As soon as you achieve what requires to be achieved for the specific tier, maybe up to an hour, or maybe when the next time you log in, you will see the email from Bioware in your mailbox and you will be able to get those rewards. And then the rewards at the end of the event, which we still don't know when it's going to happen. As soon as we know, I'm going to put an annotation somewhere on the video for everybody to easily see it and understand. But it is expected, it is announced, not expected, it's officially announced to run until the fall. What time in this fall, we don't know yet. But let me keep reading it. The rewards at the end of the event are delivered via an in-game mails, just like the monthly subscription reward. That's it. I'm sure it might be a little bit more messy than what I originally had in my head, because I've been thinking about this video all day long, and you know that I usually am quick enough to post these things as they come immediately, but again, I had issues yesterday with my internet connection. First with the electricity. Because of the electricity, later on for a few more hours, we had issues with no internet and no TV. In 2016. Yep, that's possible. You should come here, live in Bulgaria. It's fun. I've delayed the video and it turns out it was a good decision because it allowed me a lot more time to get myself familiar and present this in the form of at least partially a guide. I know that to call this video a true guide, I will need to go all of this information, and guys, that's a lot of information to cover in one video. I don't really believe it's necessary. I do have one good announcement to make. Let me actually stand up a little bit. The good announcement is that I'm thinking of a brand new live series because I haven't been live streaming a lot lately. And even though this is not going to show us exactly no new content, it's going to be the same old content. But I'm thinking of starting a character, and so far I'm thinking of a Shadow DPS slash tank or an Assassin DPS slash tank because I will be doing flashpoints as a tank and doing the solo stuff as, forgive me, as a DPS. My idea is to do that in the form of a live series because it will allow me to enjoy something together with you. I'm also lucky in another aspect. Lately, well, for the past nearly over 3 years, nearly 4 years actually, I've been enjoying my content together with you most of the time. It's very rare lately that I level or do something without sharing it on YouTube or without the purpose of later talking about it on YouTube. So I am in some way blessed being able to do this together with other people, because even though it's an MMO, we know that most of the content has been designed to solo play lately, and I'm an old school MMO player and I still need to make myself believe that I'm playing an MMO even when I'm doing story solo content. Do I have something else to say? I do like a couple of things down in the comments, so allow me please a few more minutes to find those comments and read them. There we go. A comment from Fireblade. Very good work, Volk. Thanks for putting this together. I'm going to favor this particular breakdown to keep track of my own progress through the event. I'm surprisingly okay. That first part was just self-boosting my self-respect. The second part is important. I'm surprisingly excited about this particular adventure. Didn't think creating and playing a new character all over again would be so much exciting, but let's get started. And yes, that actually makes me excited as well. But then again, we do have another opinion from Jim. That's Jim, even though he has a different handle here. Jim is my officer in Solstice, and many of you have seen him with me during live streams and in Operation gameplay. Such a fake out event, 8 new characters for stuff which I already own and achievements that I have already achieved a long time ago. It took me 2 years to get 8 characters to level 50, and now they expect me to do it in what, 6 months? The sad part is that I really was looking forward to it, but after reading the details of the event, I kind of feel like Bioware shits on us long-term subscribers. Absolutely agree. Did I say that? Crap, I didn't say I agree with him. But then again, I agree with the previous opinion. Can we find something else maybe to highlight? I would definitely like to encourage you guys to write more. Express your opinion here because I love reading those. And when you see more comments posted, other people stop by and read them and add their own opinion. Well, okay, let's not do more self-advertisement because there are a couple more comments I wanted to show off or read out loud, but they're just about praising the good work that I've done. Oh, here is a good point to mention why I have a source, SWTOR.com in the end. This is because this guide is not solely created by me, no. This time, for a change, Bioware did an outstanding job with guides and instructions and tutorials. Let's browse through maybe a couple of those. I know the video is far too long for even a third of you guys who started watching to even come near to a completion, but this is the official so-called press release information about the event. And here we have a brand new fancy fashion subdomain, if you wish. If you go to the right side, you will see home, rewards, pack, and media. Browse through these things and you will see the same screenshots that I've extracted and put in my guide with the same information that I've structured in my guide. All of these things are found on the Bioware's website, but unfortunately it's a little bit too chaotic. Go left, go right, go forward, go back. That is something I've never mentioned until now, and probably because I'm a subscriber, I have no plans of benefiting from this. But you can enjoy subscriber benefits plus 555 special number bonus cartel coins to celebrate Star Wars 5th anniversary. And you can buy these for $20. If you're not currently a subscriber, or if you need those 555 bonus cartel coins, I would definitely suggest you do it, because depending of course on how you buy your game time, it's actually just a tiny bit cheaper since it's a bundle compared to if you buy those things separate. That's it. I'm out. I think I've bothered you enough for nearly 40 minutes. Now off to the rendering table. And why am I saying this? You're watching the finished product already. Thank you for staying with me. I will see you with the next video. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If so, click the like button and help me out. Also leave a comment and let me know what you think. Visit my website vok.com for daily videos and news, and stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge.